In this video, we'll learn how to use the join command in Rhino, a simple but powerful tool that lets you combine individual segments into a single continuous object. It's essential for keeping your geometry organized and for operations like extrusion, lofting, and surface creation. Step 1. Accessing the command. To use join, first select two or more objects you want to combine, typically curves, lines, arcs, or surfaces with shared edges. Then type join into the command line and press enter. You can also select join icon from the toolbar section. Step 2. Joining curves. The most common use of join is with curved segments, like parts of a polyline, exploded shapes, or split edges. Rhino joins them if their endpoints are within tolerance, meaning they touch or are extremely close. Tips: check for gaps before join. If Rhino fails to join segments, it's usually because there's a tiny gap between the endpoints. Turn on End Object Snap and zoom in to check. You may need to move or extend a point to close the gap. Use join before modeling. If your curve isn't joined, tools like extrude, loft, or fillet edge won't treat it as a continuous shape. So, join is critical for turning loose sketches into usable modeling profiles. That's the join command, a go-to tool for combining curves and surfaces into unified geometry, whether you're cleaning up a drawing or preparing it for modeling. Now, we'll learn how to use the fillet command in Rhino, a tool used to create a rounded connection between two curves using a specified radius. It's commonly used in architectural, mechanical, and product design workflows. Step 1. Accessing the command. To begin, type fillet into the command line and press enter. Alternatively, you can go to the curve, fillet curves option from the top menu, or use the fillet icon in the curve edit toolbar. Step 2. Setting the radius. Rhino will now ask you to specify a fillet radius. You can type a value, for example 500, and press enter. This radius defines the size of the arc that will be used to connect the two curves. Step 3. Selecting the two curves. Now, click on the first curve, then the second curve. Make sure you click on the sides where the fillet should be placed, because Rhino uses the side you click to determine the fillet arc's orientation. Optional settings to explore. In the command line, Rhino also offers the following options. The trim option. Now, Rhino can either trim the curves to the fillet or leave the original curves untouched. When trim is set to yes, the fillet curve updates the existing curve to add a corner curvature. Whereas if it's set to no, then the fillet curve is a separate entity, and the original curve remains as it was. The join option. Rhino can join the fillet arc with the original curves, making one continuous object. When join is set to yes, the final curve is one continuous geometry. Whereas, if the join is set to no, the fillet curve is a separate entity. Tips: start with a clean intersection or extension. If the curves don't naturally intersect, Rhino will extend them as needed to form the fillet arc. So, even if your curves are short or angled apart, fillet will try to make it work as long as the extension is reasonable. That's the fillet command, essential for smooth, radius-based transitions between curves in both 2D and 3D workflows. Now, we'll learn how to use the chamfer command in Rhino, a tool that lets you create a straight, angled edge between two curves by trimming and connecting them at a specified distance. It's especially useful in architectural and mechanical drawings, where crisp, angled transitions are needed. Step 1. Accessing the command. To get started, type chamfer into the command line and press enter, or access it from the curve menu, chamfer curves, or use the chamfer icon in the curve edit toolbar. Step 2. Set the chamfer distances. Rhino now asks you to define two distances. Distance to the first curve. For this, you can type 500 units, distance to the second curve, For this, you can choose the same value of 500 units for the complete symmetry. These values determine how far along each curve Rhino will trim before drawing the connecting straight line. Step 3. Select the two curves. Click on the first curve, then the second. Be sure to click on the segments closest to where you want the chamfer to appear. If you decide to use different values for the two sides, for example 500 and 800, the output would result like this, where the chamfer curve is not a symmetrical one. Tips: chamfer is linear unlike fillet, which creates a rounded arc. Chamfer creates a straight edge between the curves, useful for architectural corners, furniture edges, or technical layouts. That's the chamfer command, a precise way to create straight edge transitions between curves for technical and aesthetic refinement.